The Book of Mormon frequently mentions various records kept by Nephite historians and prophets. In many cases, these records were made on metal plates. In addition to metals, a wide variety of writing materials were used in the ancient world, including stone, clay tablets, pottery shards, wooden and ivory tablets, papyrus, and parchment. The Nephites almost certainly used many of these different kinds of writing materials, some of which would have been perishable materials for making copies for more regular use among the population. A hint of this is found in the account of Alma and Amulek's preaching at Ammonihah, when wicked men executed believers by fire and then brought forth their records which contained the Holy Scriptures and cast them into the fire also, that they might be burned and destroyed by fire. Modern readers may naturally assume that all these records were in book form, or what scholars call a codex. That is a series of leaves or pages bound together on one side, since that is the format most common today. Indeed, the codex form is consistent with the form of Mormon's final record, as described by Joseph Smith and the witnesses who saw and handled it. Yet in the ancient world, a book-length document could take a variety of forms, and each form could be made using metal or more perishable materials. The most common format for lengthy documents, at least in the ancient Near East during the early 1st millennium BC, was a scroll, usually of papyrus or sometimes parchment. The traditional codex form may also have been in use in Lehi's day. This is the type of book that many readers today would think of, with a series of leaves bound together on one side. Long compositions could also be written on a series of wooden or ivory writing tablets that were then hinged together so that they could be unfolded accordion style. A very similar format was used for books in ancient Mesoamerica using bark paper. Only 4 such Maya codices survive today, all from the post-classic period. But scholars believe that there used to be thousands of these codices going back much earlier into antiquity. Evidence from archaeology and artwork indicates that similar codices were being used in Book of Mormon times. One of the reasons so few pre-Columbian Maya books survive is that the Spanish friars burned many of the Maya and Aztec codices they found, similar to the burning of records at Ammonihah in the Book of Mormon. Since ancient American books made of bark paper appear to go back to Book of Mormon times, it seems likely that these would have been the kinds of documents that the people of Ammonihah destroyed. Interestingly, Alma had earlier told the people of Ammonihah that he would unfold the scriptures beyond that which Amulek had done, a figure of speech that applies especially well to accordion-style codices, which literally had to be unfolded to be read. It is clear that the Nephites could have employed a variety of materials and formats, as they kept many books and many records of every kind. While metal plates could be formed into a scroll, this format was not very space efficient and thus would not have been effective for such a lengthy record. Likewise, an accordion-style metal codex the length of the Book of Mormon would have been unwieldy to unfold. The standard codex format was the most practical option for a record of this size, and the use of 3 D-shaped rings optimized this format better than other ancient examples of codex like metal documents. Knowing more about the perishable materials at the Nephites' disposal for record keeping can also help modern readers better appreciate why metal plates became the preferred option for their most important records that they needed to last. Very early on, Nephite record keepers came to understand that whatsoever things we write upon anything, save it be upon plates, must perish and vanish away. Indeed, the scant survival of New World codices corroborates this reality. Inscribing on stone was also possible, but would not have been sufficiently compact or portable for keeping and preserving extensive records. All this can deepen readers' appreciation of the monumental effort made by Nephite scribes as they labored diligently to engraven these words upon plates, hoping that their beloved brethren and their children would receive them with thankful hearts and look upon them that they may learn with joy that they knew of Christ and they had a hope of his glory many hundred years before his coming. To read the full Know Why article, click in the link in the description below.